What's up everybody, it's JB Tech Fanatic and I'm back again with another video. As always, I want to start this video by thanking each of you for joining me. If you have not yet subscribed, I'd be so honored if you would consider. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And if you want to know when the latest videos are available, don't forget to click the notifications to on. Today we are back in the kitchen with Samsung. Now, if you have followed my channel in the past, you know that I have reviewed several different variants of the 4-door Flex FamilyHub. Today we are going to review the FamilyHub in the Bespoke. Now what that is more or less Samsung has come up with many different customizable options for your appliances. Now what that means is, as you can see here, I have black glass and then some stainless on the drawers. You could do white glass, you could do black drawer. They have all kinds of different cool options. In addition to that, we have the latest and greatest from the FamilyHub. Now, for those of you who are wondering why do you need a FamilyHub, in the beginning, honestly, Samsung, they took their best refrigerator and they put a nice big tablet on the front of it with a sound bar. Year after year, it has done nothing but got better and better. That means you get more features that control your smart home, that you can sync with your TV, watch YouTube, and do all kinds of cool things, as well as double ice maker with 2 different types of ice, tons of customizable options, and one of the best refrigeration processes on the market, meaning food fresh for longer, less waste, and we all win. So today we are going to go over in detail, inside and out. We'll talk about the specs, my favorite features, and hopefully by the end of this video, you can make an educated choice if this is worth your hard-earned money. I can't wait to get started. Let's do this.
All right, so we got it plugged in and powered on. All of your shelving will be up here for the refrigerator. You're gonna have 2 packs. These are gonna be your side shelves for your refrigerator. Go ahead and remove any tape and plastic that you'd like. If you do leave some of the plastic like I do, just make sure that the sensors are uncovered, any cameras or the door sensors, make sure you take the plastic off. So now we're taking a look close up of the inside. First, I want to talk about the premium metal cooling back that we have. You can see that our main cooling vent is up top, dead center, 1 off to the right there. We also have 2 more under the first shelf. It comes with 2 additional shelves that are adjustable up or down. As you can see, the right shelf can be slid back if you want to put like milk in there, and then slid forward if you want it just as a full shelf. On the bottom, we have 2 drawers. The left is the Crisper Plus option. We'll talk more about that later. And then we have our other drawer on the right, and dead center, we have our water filter. By the way, that's really easy to change. You just twist, pull out, twist, lock in, and it's done. Off to the left, we have our model and serial numbers. I do want to point out that up top here, we have this little divot. Now this divot is what is going to allow the cameras to sit flush and show us the inside. Before I show you that in the door, I do want to point out it's got this beautiful Samsung branding there. Overall, this refrigerator is gorgeous. Now back to that divot up top. It is going to allow this sort of panel here to open up. When you shut the door, this is going to open. When that happens, you can now see that we have our 3 main cameras. I do also want to make a note, there is tape that goes across these cameras. Definitely pull those off. Give them a nice wipe down with the soft cloth. You want to keep these clean if you're going to utilize them, but definitely remember to take off that plastic strip. But as you can see, it opens up nicely, and then the cameras will work, which we'll look at those in a minute. The right side door up top here, you can, well, hopefully you can see this. This is the sensor. There's one on each side. Make sure that the tape, and they had a hard plastic nodule, take that off so that your doors shut all the way. Then of course, one of the best features of this refrigerator is the beverage center on the left door. It has its own sort of second door, if you would. You open it up. We have our self-filling jug, and then of course our water dispenser. Remember, there is no ice dispenser in the door. This will be in the freezer. We'll look at that in a moment. All right, we're moving on to the first drawer. This is the middle drawer, if you would. This could give you a nice wine cellar, or not a wine cellar, but you could put wine, you could chill things up to icy, you could put meat, cheeses in here. Gives you lots of options. I like that they basically give you rows, example, bottles, cans, and then cheese if you would. This is, in this version, is the same difference of the 4-door flex, where you can have sort of your beverage center. They turn that into a drawer. That's the way I take it as. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what Samsung's going for, but again, I actually like this option. Moving on to the freezer drawer. First thing I wanted to point out, dead center, you have that latch. You just simply grab, sort of squeeze it and open. Now this has a double ice maker, and as you can see when we open, the ice maker opens along with it. So here we have two nice size compartments for ice, and then we have this huge drawer off to the right. Now, when you want to go to the standard area, you simply just push this in, and what's nice is this will close with it. So if we want to get into our freezer, there you go. And these are also deep and should be plenty of space. So now we're going to take a close look at the FamilyHub. However, of course, there's so many features that I won't touch on today. I did make a much more detailed, in-depth video on Tizen 6.0. I will go ahead and I will link that up here for you. If you want to learn each and every feature, you can check that out. But today what we will do is I will quickly show you everything that's more or less available. As you can see, we have sort of an art frame here. Now this is just flashing through because I have it set that way. You can set this feature to your favorite photos, different artists, different types of art, tons of customizations. This is a great feature. Now, we're gonna go ahead and tap, and you'll see that I went ahead and I put us on the settings menu. So if we back out here, you can see this is my current photo frame, my kids, my wife and me, my dog. What's cool is you can see we can move this around. You can kind of click on these photos. You can put different frames on them. So it's really neat. But when you pull down from the top, you will see that we have our quick toggles, Wi-Fi, mic, Smart View, which is your connection with your mobile device and or your Samsung TV. You can shut the screen off. We have our brightness, our volume, our quick tap Alexa, cancel. She likes to listen when I'm doing videos here. And then of course, now we're gonna go to our settings. We're gonna start at the top with connections. Now connections, we have our standard Wi-Fi network status. If you want to add an extra Bluetooth speaker, you can do that here, nice and easy. Easy connection is something that I wanted to talk about. I think a lot of people fear technology, and if it's too hard, they don't want to use some of the features. If you get this refrigerator, I highly recommend really utilizing this FamilyHub, as it can do so much. Easy connection, go ahead, download Samsung SmartThings to your mobile device. All you have to do is click here, follow the 1, 2, 3 steps, connect, and it's literally that easy. And from there, you can go ahead and learn as you want. But at least at that point, you're connected. Now, we're gonna back to the settings. We have our display. Now, of course, we have our brightness. We have clean screen mode. So if you want to wipe the screen and you don't want to have problems with it touching all the buttons, you would just go ahead and click that. We have wallpaper. So again, tons of options to customize. Real quick look, we have our cover screen and home screen. Now, you can put your own photos on here. We have all the different colors and textures if you would here. You can also just do color. Okay, and then whatever you choose, you would simply hit apply. Now, cover screen has even more. This goes back to the art that we were kind of looking at, you know, contemporary Western, Asian, you know, we have basically everything you can want, at least at a small group. It gives you a lot of options. Weather, albums, art, color, and then shuffle. Now, if you notice down here, we have all the different frames. We have different clock styles. So once you pick what you want, so example, I have all this art clicked. Now I would go ahead and pick a frame that I want around it. You can see how it pops up there. And then let's just say we want this clock. You can see the clock's there. You simply hit apply. Now you can do this also again with your own personal photos. It's just something that I think is really nice. And with this new look, it looks like a window. It's not so much like it pops out like a tablet. It's just so nice and clean, if you would. Beautiful. But when you're done, you simply hit apply and you're ready to go. Now we're gonna go ahead and back out. And here we have tap view. Double tap on screen to easily see what's inside. This can be turned on and off. This is just a way to look inside. Well, probably wasn't a good idea to do it there. We'll do it out when we're not in this menu. But you also have the cover screen. You can turn that on and off. The cover screen starts after whatever time amount you want. And then the cover screen duration. Now, this can go all the way down to 2 minutes and up to 2 hours. And again, if you don't want that, just go ahead and shut that off and you'll see that it'll turn off after 1 minute, and then you can adjust this to turn off at different times also. Back out. Next, we have our sound. Here we have our media sound, system sounds, and touch sounds. If you don't like those annoying touch sounds, simply click that off and they're gone. Notification previews. Now here you can pick whether or not you want your notifications show a preview of a relevant app content in each notification. For example, content from gallery. So you can turn this on and off. All right, so now we're gonna go down to our Samsung account. If you don't have a Samsung account, if you buy this refrigerator, sign up for one, sign your account in. That way it'll link it to everything for warranty information and also for Samsung Smart Things. It makes everything easier. Next we have Bixby on deck, of course. That's Samsung's personal voice assistant. You can change the language and voice style, which is nice. You have the sound feedback, so play a sound when Bixby starts and stops listening. This is for people that are worried that it might be listening. This will let you know if it is. Then you can turn the voice wake up sensitivity, and you can also turn it to wake up with, I won't say it because it'll respond, single device response. So if you use it on multiple devices, then you just want to have it only on this, go ahead and click that on. And then of course you can always click through personalization, and this lets Bixby tailor your results and suggestions based on your preferences. So that just makes it, in my opinion, work better, but yes, it will be tracking what you're doing to do that. Privacy, you can pick what you want it to be able to and not here, and then of course update the app on the About Bixby. All right, next, we all know good old Alexa here. Here you can do the same thing, things to try out, sounds, and sign out. Now you have to sign in. We'll take a look at that in a moment, how to do that. You also, for those of you that have children and you don't want them to be able to touch, you can set pins. You can also pick what restrictions you want. You can lock the different widgets. This is a great feature, and I know a lot of you were asking for it in the past. Well, you got it. Pretty much everything is lockable, but what I like about it is if you want your kids to be able to, as an example, listen to music, you can let them get into that without a pin, or use the whiteboard if they want to color or whatever on the refrigerator, they can do that here. So pretty cool. Next, we have storage. Now, the storage is what has really went up through the years. Here you can see I have available space of 8.6 gigs. Now, it comes with 16 gigs. I think if I want to say with nothing on there, it had like 12 gigs of usable space, but definitely way up from, I think, 2 gigs off my first refrigerator. That's for apps and also images. Remember, you can upload your images from your mobile device to here so you can use those for your photo frame. All right, so you can also change language, date and time, advertisement, marketing info. These two you can adjust. If you don't want them marketing, you can also go to see receive marketing information. When you click on this here, you can actually agree to it. If you don't, then I wouldn't ever agree to it. Okay, so never click that box and then they can't use it. That is something that might make a lot of you happy. So I'm happy that they added that so that you can stop it if you'd like. Now, About FamilyHub is where you would do software updates. Real easy, click. I don't want to click it because it gives all my personal information, but it's right there to do the software updates. And then here you have help and contact us, which I like. if you have any questions, you need help, you need your manuals, it's all available to you here. And I like that it's so easy to access. Also, if you have any problems, you can call their, the Samsung Center, and they can remotely access and help you work through any problems that you might have. So that's pretty much covers all of the settings. All right, so now we're back on the home screen. Real quick, I'm going to show you how to look inside. You'd just simply go like that, and then you can also go to view inside. Now this I wanted to talk about because this is pretty cool. So what we have here is the ability to help you utilize your expiration dates, the stuff in your refrigerator to make recipes, so on and so forth. Now, there's cameras, obviously, that gives us that view. What you want to do, items not in plain view of the camera inside door or placed behind other items may not be recognized. Place food items with the most identifying features or brand label facing the door. If an item changes shape, it may not be recognized. Bear in mind that the more you use this, the better it gets. Now, kids have been shoving stuff in here, so let's just see. We have inside fridge, as you can see, view inside, and it says with food recognition. So what we could do here is hit show tags, and this basically shows you what it thinks. Now, I purposely changed some of these because I wanted to show you something. So as you can see here, salsa right here, this says baby food. Well, obviously that's not baby food. Remember what I said about the more you use it, the better it gets. Let's go here. We have cinnamon raisin bagels. Now, if I click this, I can delete this, okay? But if I hold it down, I can edit it. So I would edit this, and again, it would just get better through time. The next time that I have those bagels, the refrigerator hopefully should know it. Now, if I put in bagels, sorry, can't spell. All right, location, it's in the refrigerator. Now, the reason for this is you can put all of your food list so that it will be on your shopping list. So things that are in your cupboards. But again, this won't scan it, but you'll know you have it. Now, the expiration dates is what helps. Now, let's just say this has 1 day left. Okay, that's probably, it's been in there for a few days now. So when we hit add, the cool thing is see down here, you can add the food to your list. Okay, great. But you can also search for recipes. The reason why this is cool and important is as your stuff needs to be used up or it's going to expire, this can give you, hey, you have 5-6 things in your refrigerator. Let's just say ground beef, onions, whatever. Here is some recipes that you can make out of those items. So essentially helping you not waste food and not let the food go expired. And then again, you get some new recipes and they're right here for you. Now, let's just say, I don't know, let's just pick one here. Okay, so when we're on the recipe, it tells you everything you need, okay? It tells you the cook time, prep time, how many ingredients, blah, 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 the directions, so everything you possibly need. But what you don't have, you can send to your shopping list. So let's say, oh, this looks good for dinner, but I don't have this, and this. You simply would click send to shopping list, and then boom, it's there. And you're ready at the grocery store. You can pull up Samsung Smart Things and get what you need. You also can order online, which is even cooler, right? But available everywhere now. We pretty much have delivery services everywhere. Now, this particular is through Whisk. Now, Whisk uses through this refrigerator anyway, Walmart, Target, Instacart, Albertsons, Fry's, Safeway, and Amazon Fresh. Simply click sign up and you can order right from your refrigerator. Now, as you can imagine, this gets really cool as you start to use your refrigerator more and more. It knows all the items. All of a sudden you got recipes ready to go, you got dinners planned, and it just makes life easier, in my opinion. So what about adding more? Maybe there's stuff in the back, it's not reading it, that's gonna happen. It's just the way it is for now. So when you pull up your list, all you have to do is do add food to list. Now you can also, of course, select everything here. So let's just say this is all I had in the refrigerator and search for recipes based off of what you want. You don't have to let the refrigerator recommend it. So you can add foods to it if you need it, right? You can edit them, You can send it to a shopping list. You can get it ordered straight from the refrigerator. Really, it gives you everything that you need. It just takes using it and learning it. I can't stress that enough. A lot of times we get this tech and we just don't do anything with it. Again, I can't stress, if the more you use it, the better it will get. From day one, will it make mistakes? Sure, but through time, it will just get better, I promise. All right, so it does have apps. Now, to get to our apps here, we're gonna go ahead and pull up. These are the apps that are available. They're built in. I'll let you read them. I won't bore you by reading each one. But the best ones right now for me, of course, is Ring. We have our Ring doorbell on deck. You're able to answer the doorbell from the refrigerator. Yes, when someone rings the doorbell, it will ring on your refrigerator if you want and pop up with video. We have Spotify, we have our weather, the whiteboard. Now down here, there's some that aren't. We have Pinterest you can install. Here's where you update the apps. Now, the App Store is not much bigger than this. Sometimes they add apps, sometimes they take them away. Now, again, this probably has a lot to do with money. We have a full web browser, which is very useful. We have our Memo, we have our Samsung TV Plus, and then of course, the Smart View is something that we use a lot, and then your gallery. It looks a lot like a cell phone. So if we go back to the home menu here, there is a way to essentially add anything that you can get from the web browser as an app. There's a little caveat, if you would. In order to do that, you have to do it from this widget. Now, hopefully you can see this. I know it's kind of faded there, but this says internet, and there's a little plus box here. Now, as you can see, I already have YouTube, Yahoo, Instagram, Facebook, Google. Now, if I want to add something else that's not on here, I'm going to access my web browser by pressing this. As soon as I get here, I'm going to go ahead and go to whatever I want to go to. Let's say Fandango. So I typed in Fandango. Now at the top here, you see this little house with a plus sign. Go ahead and press it, and it says you can add shortcuts to your home screen to access web pages more quickly. Press OK. Here we have our calendar. Here we have Samsung TV Plus. This is free TV. It's easy to stream. Literally, you can choose channels and watch your shows. Pretty cool. Again, Spotify. We have our smart recipes, view inside fridge, timer. Now here's where it gets fun, where you can control your smart home. Here's my Samsung Smart Things. Here's your cameras. You can have live views of your home, your baby, anything you want wherever you have your Samsung Smart Cams. You have your Ring. You can control your washer, dryer, stove, everything from your home care hub. And it also lets you know how much energy you're using, which is really cool. Keep on swiping. Last thing we can do is we can add more, or we can delete. It's, like a big tablet.
So let's get into the review portion. Now, when you're picking this refrigerator, really the first choice will be whether or not you need the FamilyHub. You can get Bespoke refrigerators without the FamilyHub, so if you don't want a screen on the front, which you might not, you don't have to get one. But interesting enough, when I first saw the FamilyHub, of course, being the tech addict that I am, I wanted it immediately. I believe I was at Home Depot with my wife when I first came into contact with it. And the first thing my wife said to me was, "What do you need a refrigerator with a tablet on the front of it?" And that was about 6 years ago now today, maybe 5, I don't know. But fast forward to today, this will be my 5th version of the FamilyHub. Now, I'm bringing this up because to answer that question, the FamilyHub is for the person that A, has a smart home, wants a smart home, and wants smart features built into the hub. Now, that means that you can control your Samsung Smart Vacuum, washer, dryer, Smart Stove by Samsung. You can answer your doorbell by Ring only at this point, and many other features like syncing it with your TV and streaming whatever you're watching on your Samsung TV to the device, watching YouTube, listening to Spotify, also syncing your mobile device or your tablet with the hub. Now, in addition to that, it helps you with recipes. It helps you keep track of expiring food. You can look at what's in your refrigerator when you're at the grocery store if you have forgotten. It gives you recipes based off of stuff that's expiring so that you use them before they expire, and all kinds of other things, as well as helping you manage your calendar. You can leave notes for your kids. It's just really, at this point, does everything. And the great part about it is not only does it do all of that stuff, today, as we talk about this refrigerator, Samsung has perfected it. It's smooth, it works, and it doesn't, hiccup and skip and freeze up. So it makes it much more enjoyable. Now, the refrigerator itself, customizable options. You're going to get that whether you get the FamilyHub or not. But again, colors, so really any kind of refrigerator you want, whether you want drawers or you don't, you want different colors or you don't, they got it, so that's great. You got, the counter depth, or you have the 29 cubic foot, which I actually went from the counter depth to the 29 cubic foot just for the more space. So you have even all of those options. Now, when it comes to keeping your food fresh, here's the great part, right? What do we need a refrigerator for and a freezer for? In the first place, it's keeping our food fresh and keeping us from spoiling it and wasting our money. It does a great job. If you take fresh vegetables and you put it in the crisper drawers, out of the bags, you're going to get 4 to 6 weeks out of them. Based off of, again, not Samsung's claims, my own, just personal use, it's outstanding. Your food and drinks will be fresh and crisp at all times. It keeps temperature. I mean, I could take my temperature gun and it is right on all the time. Great things like if there's a problem with it, you can actually have the refrigerator check for the problem and it will let you know what's wrong if you need a service technician to come out. The ice makers, yes, you might have heard in the past that some of the Samsung refrigerators had ice maker problems. Let me tell you, the Beverage Center, first of all, was the best invention ever. And them putting the ice trays into the freezers has just made all the difference in the world. It makes lots of ice. You're always going to have ice without problems, without hiccups. Listen, for flexible options, this hits all the marks. For cooling your food, this hits all the marks. Storage space, convenience, all the above. Samsung has just really nailed it with this one. My family enjoys it. It's beautiful. I'll be honest with you, the black glass is a fingerprint magnet. I'm guessing probably the white would be the least of that. But again, lots of options for everything that you need. Overall, this is an outstanding refrigerator. It's got tons of space. As you can see, you can really fill it up. It's going to keep everything nice and fresh, as I said before. I actually love this middle drawer being the beverage center. Again, you can change it into different temperatures. We keep all of our drinks in there. It's got tons of space in compartments, which it helps keep it organized. I'll be honest, I got kids. My fridge will become a mess, but as you can see, we fit a ton of food in here. It looks pretty, and I recommend the bigger cubic feet. Everyone's different. Maybe you want the counter depth, but for placing everything and getting those cameras to work better, it's better to have that extra space. But it really is just a gorgeous product that's very functional, full of features, and I highly recommend it. That pretty much concludes my review on the all-new 29 cubic foot 4-door Bespoke smart refrigerator by Samsung. If you have any other questions or I missed anything, definitely reach out to me in the comments section. I will help you as best as I can. And again, if you're interested in the 4-door Flex, I did videos. You can check those out in the links and I will help you with those also if you have questions. As always, I'd like to slow things down for a moment and remind you life is so short. Don't forget to love your family. Take care of each other. The world is an absolute mess right now, and the only people that can change it is you and I. Go out today and do a small act of kindness for someone. It's amazing how much such a small act of kindness can change someone's day. It could be as simple as helping someone with their groceries, carrying something up a flight of stairs, Anything you can do to make a difference will. I also want to remind you, I do YouTube for you and you only, so if you need me, you can come follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at JB Tech Fanatic. I'll be glad to help you. If you have questions over there, you want to send photos and ask something, maybe a tech-related question, I'm there to help. But best way to get in contact with me, of course, is in the comment section. But again, I'll answer anything I can as soon as I have time, and glad to help. And I want to say thank you for joining me, invite you to subscribe one last time. I can't wait to talk to you in the comments and see you in the next video. And until then, I'm JB Tech Fanatic, and I'm out. Peace.